Alright, if you guys are new to the channel, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification icon so you know when I'm uploading stream here. Obviously, we are playing some Elder Scrolls Online. And as all of you know that has played the game, this is the starting location, and apparently there's another quest here.
By order of the Deputy Governor of Sedanine, which happens to be me, the lighthouse is closed until further notice. On the other hand, I seek an outlander who's willing to do a little work.
And what kind of work are you talking about?
I need someone without ties to the area to look into a matter for me. It seems the lighthouse was broken into. The flame was extinguished. As a result, a ship crashed along the shore. There were fewer bodies than expected, both living and dead.
So you want me to figure out who put out the flame?
I suspect slavers were involved, which means they had help here in town. I find that unacceptable. Discover who doused the lamp fire. They'll lead us to the slavers. Question Delms, who was on duty that night. He's in the lighthouse.
Talk to the lighthouse guard, okay?
I need to check in with the overseer. His workers are searching the wreckage, and I want to know what they've uncovered.
You find any survivors?
By the time we were alerted and had organized a response, precious moments had been lost. We rescued a few, but mostly we found those who had drowned or were crushed on the rocks. Even so, it was nowhere near the numbers a ship like that carries.
Is there anything else that you know about the ship?
It was just a typical sailing ship from the mainland. I suppose it carried the usual complement of cargo and travelers eager to reach our verdant shores. I don't believe that such a vessel would make the trip without filling its holds. Damn slavers.
Why do you suspect it's slavers?
Ever since our agreement with the Pact went into effect, slavery has been outlawed throughout most of Morrowind. But all we did was drive the slavers into the shadows. This whole stinking event has their bloody fingerprints all over it.
So slavery is legal here?
Here, and in all of the territories controlled by the great houses that support the Ebonheart Pact. If you stray into Telvanni or Dres territory, though, the practice remains strong and vibrant. Hence my current troubles.
Tell me about Sedanine.
We're just a small outpost along the Bitter Coast, but I like to think of us as the gateway to Vardenfell. From here, Vivec City and the other inland locations are easily accessible. Governor O'Melian is in charge, although I contribute as necessary.
Alright, I'm going to turn up the audio a little bit. I have a funny tone that's not going to be high enough for you guys. Alright, so we gotta go. What's that? Yeah, click that while I'm here. Basically, if you guys are struggling to figure out where to find quests or anything, look for towns, and if this is black like that, that means you haven't done all the quests in that area. Can't touch anything in here apparently. Since I don't have that DLC, which stealing helps you out. When I get the second stim.
Halt! No one's allowed up here. She asked you to... an outlander? Isn't it enough she stuck me up here to guard the flame indefinitely, but now she's looking for help outside the house guard? What else can I expect after what happened the other night?
What happened?
Findon sent a barrel of his finest ale for Watch Captain Bethes's birthday. Powerful stuff. One cup and we could barely keep our eyes open. The entire regiment was knocked on its collective arse. When I came to my senses, I saw that the fire had gone out.
So you don't know who put the flame out?
Look, once I heard the crash along the shore, it was all I could do to get moving and raise the alarm. Cherish's water loves to loiter near the lighthouse. Maybe she noticed something. If you're intent on doing your job, you should talk to her.
Okay. I can do that. You are really... No, I can probably... Oh, barely survived that. Alright.
Do you mind? Your dirty foot coverings are contaminating my pond.
Where were you the night of the shipwreck?
So direct you are. Makes my tongue wither and the answers dry up in my mouth. Go and bother someone else with your parching questions. No! There's no need to involve the governor's deputy or the house guard. When they start breathing down my neck, my scales shrivel right up. I did notice someone near the lighthouse that night.
Who do you see?
You keep asking the wrong question. I did not see anyone that night. I felt them.
Okay.
They made ripples in the water. I felt them stuck by the tree that overlooks my pond. Then they moved off towards the lighthouse. Look to the tree, moist one.
And you never check out the tree.
I prefer my waters to remain still, calm. Prying causes ripples, and ripples lead to more dry questions.
Okay. So tree, what the fucking tree? Okay, that's obvious. My golden child, your shouting of the light proved a great boon to our holy planets who led pirate ship into the rocks and freed those unjust in prison. The drug guards slept through it all just as we ordained. Do not be concerned over the loss of life, the innocent survived, and the wicked players look upon your just reward, including with this. Messages and via peace, you shall know us by the phrase. The ending of the words is Elm City, something like that. Now we gotta go all the way back up there.
Would you be so kind as to move along? You're disrupting the current. Talk of gods makes my scales itch. If the living gods really cared, they wouldn't make me suffer. Now take your religious foolishness and peddle it someplace else.
Alright, so I gotta go around and talk to townspeople. Alright.
I think you've done enough in Seder-Nina. Really, Outlander, it's commendable that you're trying to learn our ways, but the words of the Tribunal just sound silly when you say them like that. I suggest you stick to sightseeing and leave the religion to us.
Okay.
What is it?
Open for business.
I get to go run around and talk to everyone.
Vvardenfall can be a dangerous... That's something to do with the Tribunal, isn't it? I'm sorry, but I really try not to pay too much attention to the Dark Elves and their strange religion.
Alright. Go into literally every...
You're an adventurer. That's a good one. That tribunal nonsense is almost as funny as some of the things I heard in Rothgar. Say, if you want to get together later, I know a couple of body stories that I'd love to share.
Okie dokie. I gotta start hitting on. For an orc, she wasn't that bad of a looker. Alright.
Cause trouble and you'll be sorry.
Welcome to our shop. Keep it down. We don't want to attract undue attention. But what happened? I thought I was supposed to go to the drop. You didn't come all this way just to give me my reward, did you? Already? Let me see. Oh, it's beautiful. I love working for the Tribunal. It's so much better than trying to earn a living as a thief in Vivec City. But where's your helmet? I've never seen an Ordinator out of uniform before. Oh, right. We're not supposed to talk about Ordinators in the Tribunal in such a public place. But it feels good to be doing holy work for a change.
And such a simple task, snuffing out the lighthouse flame. I mean, umseethy is the ending of words. Oh, that was easy. I put a sleeping draught in the ale they ordered for Watch Captain Bethes's birthday. The guards were unconscious within the hour. I hope I can be of service again. For the tribunal.
Poor little girl. Got tricked into doing a crime. Probably, I don't know. Talk to blah blah blah. Which she's. Oh, I should have gave her money, but do I even have money? Okay, so maybe I could have bribed her with money, I don't know. Way over here? Really? Or is she on the boat? They're on the boat, alright. Depends how long the quest is. And sometimes I'm like, I'm just gonna record random shit. They're inside or down below? Seen the quest marker. I got close to the boat. Ooh. Take that. Take that. So they do respawn. Take that lockpick. Damn right I will. Take that. I don't know. Oh, that's something I can sell. Okay. Might as well collect these maps. Oh, there she is.
Unfortunately, the wreck of the vessel provided no additional clues. Were you able to discover anything during your investigation?
Mirza Mirage, something I couldn't start to say. Said Tribunal hired her to do the
A
thing.
young woman who works with the grocer. I doubt the tribunal would ask her to do something so reckless. Do you have any proof other than her word?
Found the snow in the tree.
This is disturbing. This parchment feels just like the sheets that Governor O'Melian's special orders from High Rock. I'm going to need you to acquire another sample from the governor's office. It's the only way to be certain.
Can you just ask the governor to give you a few sheets?
Not if I don't want him to know I suspect that he's working with the slavers, or the tribunal, though I still consider that to be some sort of fabrication. No, if I alert him too soon, he'll just cover his tracks.
So you want me to steal papers from the governor's office?
Not the office. He keeps it in his private quarters, accessed through the guardhouse. But I'd never suggest that you sneak into his quarters and steal a blank sheet of his special parchment. That would be against the law. Do you understand me?
Okay, wink wink. Now where the... Oh my freaking god. Did we go upstairs? upstairs. Nope. Okay. Where do you go? Oh, I did that without getting caught.
Oh!
Now where do I need back on the boat? Really? What are you doing up on this boat, lady?
Back again? So tell me, you didn't do anything unlawful now, did you?
Oh no, I just straight up asked the guy.
That's odd. We haven't done a search of Firemoth Island since Governor Emelian declared that the House Guard was better used patrolling farther up the coast. And these parchment sheets definitely match. This is very disturbing.
So you think the governor's working with the slavers? I'll be right back, guys. Like I can barely hear that alarm. I'm never sitting here going to push this button. Turn the stand thing off. And that's why I like using my phone as an alarm clock, because you just gotta touch it and it's done. Alright, we're back. You think the governor's working with the slavers?
What I think doesn't matter. We need evidence. But we also need to launch a rescue. Slavery is illegal in Pact territory. It's time to visit Firemoth Island. Hopefully, somewhere along the way, we'll find more proof of Governor Emelian's ties to all of this.
Alright, let's do this.
Attack before the soldiers have been assembled? That's not a prudent course of action. We need to muster our forces, make plans and contingencies, unlock the armory. What was that?
Light flare?
That's a distress signal, and it came from Firemoth Island. No time to prepare. We have to rescue the slavers' prisoners.
Alright, let's do this.
Soldiers, to the ships! We sail for Firemoth Island!
Alright. Here we go, guys. Alright. Nothing worth it. Take that gold though.
Free at last. My thanks.
Alright. love it when the game lags.
I can't believe it.
Oh, you got some mats here, so. Alright, next one. Alright, so they're in this radius. This circle, okay. Now I know. Alright.
You arrived in the nick of time.
Torch it!
At last, I'm free.
Yep, that's it. Oh, we already got that.
My associate will be here soon. Patience, Governor. I informed the governor that the captives we rescued from Firemoth Island are safe and sound. Do you have anything you'd like to add?
Found this note at the island.
This note, along with the other evidence you uncovered, clearly implicates the governor as working with the slavers. Well done. You have provided a great service to Seydanine. I'll take it from here.
Well, I suppose we're done here. I have a silt strider waiting.
No. Governor O'Melian, I am placing you under arrest for promoting slavery in Pact territory.
How dare you accuse me of such a thing? You have no proof.
A note on your parchment, which led to the sabotage of the lighthouse and a shipwreck off our coast. A letter naming you as the slaver captain's partner. Do you deny your involvement?
That proves nothing. I'll have you hanged for this.
The documents you requested, Deputy Governor.
And your report to Vivek City claiming Firemoth Island to be free of slaver activity, written before we eradicated the slaver base.
Delves, you can't believe these blatant lies about me.
My duty is clear. Traitor.
Secure him!
Yes, Governor Salvi.
Haha. Alright. Well, I guess I leave. Alright, if you guys liked what you've seen, leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification icon so you know when I'm uploading and streaming. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.